Well, good evening, this is Hound Dog Steve coming to you on Tuesday the 15th of August, and here we have Steve's little outdoor workshop, and we're going to do all kinds of interesting things with these tools. Simple chop saw, table saw, wonderful. You can do all kinds of building with that kind of stuff. Anyway, listen, what I thought I would do is I would go through every phase of this rebuilding of my my raised bed, and there's little tips and things that I've learned along the way in construction. I'm not a professional. I'm just a handy kind of guy. But when you've rented as many places as I have and worked on farms and bought and sold houses and fixed up just about anything you can think of, well, you get to learn a few of those little shortcuts, and if I can bring some of those shortcuts to you, and sometimes the way to show those shortcuts is actually over the simplest of jobs, so that you can see clearly what's taking place. And of course, all of the things that are happening here, you just increase the scale. If you're building a house, it's the same kind of things that you're going to be concerned about: angles and squares and lengths and measurement, and making sure that everything fits together properly. So anyways, I hope you enjoy. Hi, how you doing? Okay, so we're moving right on with my project of the raised beds, and I can tell you it is so nice to be able to cut my own 2x4s. I bought this little table saw off Kijiji. I think it was about $110 the guy wanted. It's like brand new, and I have saved myself so much hassle by being able to cut up a few beams and boards into 2x4s and 2x2s and what have you. So this is a real little handy man's gadget to have around. And you have to wear gloves with hemlock because there's all these little slivers on here, and this is a hardwood, or I think you would consider this a hardwood. Anyways, pair of gloves really saves time on the slivers. Okay, so this is the first end. As you can see, I just lined it all up here, and this is going to go into the center, so I'm going to have 2x4s on either side of that, just to widen the end to give me something to screw into. Anyway, because hemlock is such a hard wood, I'm going to pre-drill all of the holes, and this time, instead of using deck screws, I was kind of disappointed with the deck screws. I don't know whether you saw when I was taking the other raised bed apart, but an awful lot of those deck screws had broken off. So I've bought a special screw, painted, high-grade steel. I can tell you what the price was. Oh, I guess they will. 39 bucks for 50 screws. But I'm thinking that this is going to be a long-lasting solution. But anyways, we need to pre-drill those screws into the hemlock. Okay, so how you select the drill size, I'm sure there's a little booklet which shows you the exact core size, but you see the threads on this screw, that would be these sharp edges here. You want to pick a drill that is roughly the same diameter as the core. Okay, because all of this piece here, this doesn't do anything, it just goes through the wood. This is the piece. Okay, so you want to have the threads sticking out either side. Now I can look behind this and I can't see any drill at all. So this, by the time, because when you drill through things, you always take a little bit more than the drill size in wood. It always seems to be that way. So this would be a perfect pre-drilling size for this screw, because I can assure you that if you were to screw this into the hemlock straight, you get about 3/4 of the way through and it would just lock up tight, and you wouldn't get any further in. So I may even lubricate these with a little dish soap. That's another little trick. If you're going into old dry wood with the screws, just dip them into a little bit of a liquid detergent, and it'll just lubricates the whole thing, and of course doesn't do any damage to the wood or the screw. So there you go. And there is the makings of the end piece, and I will finish that off tomorrow evening, because the sun has set and we're just in the afterglow of the evening. And so this is Hound Dog Steve wishing you well, hoping you have a great week up ahead, and wherever you are, may the sun shine down on you like honey. Take care now.